Hello, people with excellent taste who like Waterstones. My name is Rosa Rankin Gee, and I am the author of Dreamland, which is coming out on, or has come out on April the 15th. Dreamland is set in a very near future Margate, and I would love to tell you about it, as well as 3 books that exist in the book's orbit that I love so much. And I'm going to keep this brief because the first one I did was about 25 minutes long, so I'm going to keep it short, sharp, and to the point. So Dreamland, first of all, and this is my time to perfect my elevator pitch, which is not perfected. Dreamland is about a young girl called Chance, whose family takes a cash grant to leave London, which they can no longer afford, to move to the coast. Just as sea level rise means the majority of people with money are making their way inland. Dreamland is the story of a complicated family who love each other fiercely. It's the story of a climate in the first throes of disintegration and the kind of survival that necessitates. And it's also a story of first love between 2 young women, a love that brings both light and kind of increasing danger as it continues. It has really nice end pages too, if you're ever in Waterstones, and if you forget its title, but just take a little, cannot speak, but just going to keep on going anyway. Okay, so 3 books that I love and exist in the orbit. The first one has to be Another Land, Strange Land by Tracey Emin. This is an extraordinary book. I love Tracey Emin as a visual artist, and one of the things that's so extraordinary about how she writes is that the beguiling simplicity that she brings to her line drawings that nevertheless kind of betray so much complexity and movement and humanity. She does the same thing with the way that she writes. It's kind of pointillist rather than pointless, to be clear. She kind of builds up these images, and well, the reason I'm talking about it is because she's very much, associated with Margate, and this memoir opens with her childhood and early teenage years in Margate. And the sense of place is extraordinary, as you'd imagine, and it kind of shifts in perspective. Sometimes she sees herself from above, sometimes she addresses people. It's just an incredible, beautiful, excoriating, unsentimental book, and I heartily recommend it. So that's the Margate perspective. Next, we're moving on to Meg Rossoff's incredible How I Live Now, and this may be my 10th, 11th copy because I'm always palming them off. Well, not palming because everyone's happy to take them, but I just think it's an exceptional book. It is about a 15-year-old girl, American girl, who is sent to stay with her family in England just as world events turn sour. War kicks off. And it's an extraordinary book because everything is seen through the lens of a teenage girl who, as teenage girls, well, not just teenage girls, but as all humans do, see things very much through their own lens. I think that's one of the most important and authentic ways of dealing with, dystopia, difficult futures. Human beings don't tend to have a broad global view of what's going on, and they think about people they're falling in love with, and they think about their day-to-day, and they think about what they see, and I think that's so beautifully executed here. It's really funny, it's heartbreaking. I've never managed to finish it without crying, and it's theoretically a YA book, but it works for any age, and yeah, it's just extraordinarily well executed. So we've gone Margate, dystopia, close future, and then the other one, my copy is somewhere across the world because someone stole it, but I will show a picture of it that shows up. And this is Women by Chloe Caldwell. And it's a superb book too, that is about a lesbian love affair. And I think it is one of the most singular depictions of obsession, limerence, love, which is really like the stuff of what life is. It's one of the best I've ever read. It's luminous writing, it's funny, it's sharp, it's fresh, it's contemporary, but it just gets to the heart of what it is for two women to fall in love. Two people, but in this particular one, women, the title gives it away. So yeah, I am Rosa Rankin Gee. This is my novel Dreamland, and the wonderful books I talked about too touch upon some of its key areas of interest, being Margate, close futures and what happens next, and a big love story. If you pick up a copy, I really, really hope you like it, and have a wonderful day.